You guys play my sound of what I thought the ceiling. I was made fun of for it, but play the sound of what I thought the ceiling was for this team.
The Rams can win the whole thing. If they stay healthy, they can win the whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
They absolutely can win the whole thing.
For us, right? They catch balls, score touchdowns.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Shooting for the Stars podcast with y'all's one and only host. Y'all guys already know, Cameron Williams, and I'm back to y'all with another episode. I'm coming to y'all after closing out week 14 in the NFL, and I gotta see by the title of this video, guys, I gotta get in. I'm gonna be talking a little bit of NFC West ball, specifically talking about the Los Angeles Rams neck completely thriller on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills, in which they had defeated most people would say the best team or one of the best teams in the AFC right now as we currently stand in the Buffalo Bills at 44-42. I'm gonna be breaking all that down, what I possibly think. And before I get into that, you guys already know. Y'all guys, make sure please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and turn post notifications on. Y'all want to see more further content just like this. And again, y'all guys let me know what y'all want to hear next in the comment section down below, as I'm here to bring it all to you guys. But no more rambling. With all that being said, y'all guys already know how we get. Let's get into the video. Come on. All right, so concluding Sunday, the Los Angeles Rams take down the Buffalo Bills 44-42. And my biggest takeaway from this game was that finally we seen how good the Rams can be at their full peak, at their full health. You know, when they're all clicking, when they're all together. Because we hear things. Keep in mind, we're only 3 years removed from their Super Bowl win against Cincinnati. But not much is really, like I said. Matthew Stafford was a guy. Many people read off after that. I don't think he's washed. Cooper Kupp was a guy I never considered washed. Puka Nacua, we all know he was a great pick. Turned into, they turned over a lot of those guys. They turned over Aaron Donald retiring, moving on from Jalen Ramsey, and a lot of key pieces back then on that defense, Leonard Floyd and guys like that. And they really got younger guys, and these young guys have played fast. But the main thing with this Rams team, man, is they've been banged up, man. The Rams, they've been banged up all season. I mean, they find themselves right now sitting at 7-6. I mean, right in the Seattle Seahawks bumper for that number one spot in the NFC West, man. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Cooper combo, get it? Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. That combo is scary, you guys. And that game against the Buffalo Bills should be every indicator that we need to watch out for this Buffalo Bills team. Why do we need to watch out for this? I mean, not Buffalo Bills. Why do we need to watch out for this Rams team? Because we seen they can get up there and put and do on any given Sunday, on any given week, can come to your house or vice versa and absolutely give it to you. I mean, Matthew Stafford, absolutely, man, balled out. Was, I believe, 20 for 30, completed 20 out of his 30 passes. I mean, he looked great. He completed 23 out of 30 of his passes. He threw for 320 passing yards, had 2 passing touchdowns. And again, Kyron Williams, like I said, they ran the ball just as much as they throw it. He had 29 carries. He led the way. He opened up everything. The running back had 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Puka Nacua, man, was absolutely, man, outstanding. Showed why he has a very legitimate case for being one of the best, if not the best receiver in the National Football League. No doubt about that, with 12 receptions, 162 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, man, Cooper Kupp also having his field day as well with 5 receptions, 92 yards, and 1 touchdown, man. And the main key is, you guys, man, they have an identity. And Sean McVay, the head, and I've said this multiple times. I went out on a little bit of a limb and even said this about Sean McVay, head coach for the Los Angeles Rams, is that he doesn't get enough credit. He really doesn't, because even through the injuries, nobody's talking about, well, the Los Angeles Rams, ever since their bye, they've been 6-2 since the bye. Again, I say, with dealing with injuries, their division is wide open. But regardless of it all, Sean McVay has still been able to get the most and has still been able to find ways to win with this team, injuries and all. And y'all, it's tough to win. I mean, we talk so much about the next man up mentality in our game, but the truth is, we can have a next man up mentality, for one position, 2 position. We have a star, we have some key guys down, but man, when your whole team, when you don't have no stars, I mean, Nacua missed 5 games, Kupp's missed 2 games, Higbee's missed 5 games as well, 4 or 5 games as well. Tight end, we still have not seen him yet. So you're relying on a lot of unproven guys, a lot of studs to come up and step up and play in bigger roles than what they're normally used to playing in, and that's tough to do. And McVay, for them to still be alive, for them to still have a chance to get in the playoffs, as the playoffs will start right now. I see the NFC picture. The the NFC playoff picture right now, the bracket, the Seattle Seahawks right now. I see the Lions and the Eagles. Those are your 1 and 2s right there. But underneath them will be the Seattle Seahawks sitting at 8-5. And you see the Rams, they're just one game behind them, 7-6. I mean, Seattle goes on to lose. If Seattle goes on to lose, anytime, and the Rams can stay on that bumper. They fall down. Now Seattle's 8-6 and the Rams 8-6. Now it's tied for that number 3 spot. And if the Rams, this is a team right here where I said, you guys, if they can mess around and find their ways and sneak into the postseason, into postseason play, you guys, yeah, why not? Heck yeah, the Rams can absolutely win a playoff game. Heck yeah, they can go in. I can see them going into. It's no team in the NFC who I don't think the Rams can come in and spoil an absolute party. I just don't. They have arguably the best duo. They arguably have the best duo at pass catchers in the National Football League, and they proved. I mean, 806 total yards of offense with not putting the ball not a single time. You guys, that is insane. I mean, what? That is, and they're fully together, and if they can just stay healthy and build more continuity, man. I'm gonna say, watch out for that NFC West. But again, the Seattle Seahawks, they're a team that's starting to look good as well. They're a team that's starting to really come together as well. And I said this about Seattle, even though I like Geno Smith, but here's the thing with me, and I'd rather see the Rams jump the Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs rather than Seattle, because here's one thing I just feel like with McVay, man, you can't sleep on McVay. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams were to get in the playoffs just simply by winning their division, because overall they're not a better team than the Packers. No, they're not a better team than the Eagles. No, they're not a better team than the Lions. No, they're not. But if there was a team that we would have said that could go from being a team that snuck in, that really had no business in getting in the postseason and ended up making a Super Bowl run, and if that was the Rams, that'd be one team, honestly, I would not be surprised. And I don't think nobody should be surprised. Why? Super Bowl winning head coach, Super Bowl winning quarterback, Super Bowl winning culture, a winning culture, and also, arguably a Hall of Fame pass catcher at the wide receiver who's also a Super Bowl champion. So like I said, man, it's just a lot of pieces there. But for Seattle, that's a team that's starting to, I like Seattle as well, man. The NFC West, man, is shaking up. I like Seattle as well. 3 pass catchers, Lockett's still a guy, an older, savvy veteran who still can pop off and give it to you any given week. DK Metcalf, arguably the leader of that group now. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's a dark horse on that receiving core that's not get talked about enough. And if you ask me, was on any other team, I feel like what honestly could be a number 1 receiver. So the Seahawks, man, like I said, that's a team right there. But they have some defensive issues. They have gotten better. They found their way amongst crack the top 15 defense this season. So that's good to see right there. So that's good. They're vastly making improvements on that side of the ball. But overall as a whole, man, I just think the Rams just have a lot of firepower. I really do. And the only thing I see them holding them back literally is health. Literally. They stay healthy. They can I can see them going on a bit of a run. And as far as for the Buffalo Bills, you guys, this is not, because I know Bill will start going to get worried. We're all going to hear the whole saying about the Bills, but this is a bad loss or a bad sign. We got to calm down. For the Bills, this was just a bad loss. It's not going to be a bad sign for Buffalo. Why? Because, they're in the AFC. The Rams are in the NFC. The Rams arguably have the best quarterback wide receiver duo, play caller quarterback wide receiver duo in the National Football League. Those guys can pop off and could have did to any team on any given day. Yes, even the Kansas City Chiefs, the 2-time reigning defending champions. I mean, Matthew Stafford is no joke. He's a real gunslinger. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, who I'm going to be getting into next, who has a legitimate academy. That brother right there is a real superstar. That brother right there, man, is very injury prone, and I hope he does work on that throughout his career. But man, that dude game, man, is just smooth like silk. I mean, I love that young man's game. You guys, I love it. But as far as like I said, like I said, for the Buffalo Bills, they're not going to see nobody. They're not going to see a high powered combination like that in the AFC. The only thing, like I said, think about it, you guys. The Ravens, they're going to try to run their way to the Super Bowl. We don't really look at the Ravens as a dynamic passing passing attack. And not only that, they don't have 2 pass catchers that can hurt you. The Chiefs, you can make an argument that maybe they probably do. They have that elite play caller and Travis Kelce's all world, but who's the second guy? The Steelers don't have it. They're a ground and pound team, play good defense, hold you below 20 type team, get you into playing a rough, nasty, physical game. That's kind of their formula to winning ball games, you could, maybe the Cincinnati Bengals, they have it. Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but they're not going to be there. Their defense is atrocious. Oh, their defense is atrocious. I mean, probably the worst of this decade. No doubt about that. So they're not going to really see a team or a combination like what they face against the Rams on their path to the Super Bowl, on their Super Bowl quest. They're just not. They're just not going to see that. Y'all guys see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not going to get too worried about Buffalo. But one last thing, I'm going to wrap this video. As far as for Buffalo, I want to get in the Buffalo side here real quick. They are anybody reason right here why we sit over here and why we just don't believe in Buffalo. Why people say the things they do about Josh Allen and guys and company, you guys, y'all, we got because of stuff like this. I mean, because of stuff, the Bills, y'all put yourselves in a bad position. You look at the AFC standings, y'all are 2 seed, y'all were riding behind KC. Y'all might be the only team who KC might lose to. It's only 4 games left to go into the season, you guys. I mean, it's only 4 games left to go. Now you fall down to 2. Now you're looking back over your shoulder, looking at Pittsburgh, hoping Mike Tomlin and company don't come over there and jump you for your and jump you. Now you're hoping for that, and it's not gonna get any easier because now you got to go take on the tough Detroit Lions team, who seriously might be the best team in the NFL as a whole, literally. I mean, all the way around. So you could end up losing 2 back-to-back games, but that hypothetically. That is a tough, narrow road for the Bills, and now you're seeing going down, possibly in a 2 seed, maybe even a 1 in case you was able to slip up. Who's to say they're not to slip up? But now you're 2 games behind them, and now you're tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers for that number 2 seed, sitting at 10-3. Like I said, Buffalo. It just seems like only Buffalo puts themselves in positions that championship teams don't put them in. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you guys on one thing. If this was KC, I'm not gonna sit over and say they would have beat, but I just can't. I'm sorry, you guys. I just can't see Patrick Mahomes and again, just sitting over there slipping like this, against the Rams. I just don't see it. Not with so much at stake. So it's at the end of the season. I mean, I just can't, you guys. Think about it. You guys. I mean, Josh Allen, like I said, and there's the Chiefs. They're a championship team. They are a championship team. But if you're the Bills, you're on the quest to be a championship team. And when you're on the quest of trying to be a championship team, what do we all say, you guys? What's the number one thing? Oh, okay. You have to practice. You have to have championship-like habits, okay? And that's not, and just sometimes in the moments like that, y'all stand with the Rams, it's just not those like championship-like habits for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm not talking about Josh Allen. I'm just talking about Sean McDermott and this whole crew. I mean, seriously, the defense, that was one thing we took that was one of the hard irons for this team this year. The defense, we really looked good this year, seriously. Even with a lot of losses, even with a lot of departures from a lot of veteran guys like Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde and Tre'Davious White and Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds and guys like that, but they still came and gave up 44 points. And I know it's the Rams. They're a deadly offense. Make no mistake about it. That's not a combo you want to mess with in the National Football League. The Cooper show. That's not a combo you want to mess with. But you guys, I mean, we have to understand one thing here. We have to understand one thing, Buffalo. It's going to be games like this. And what's going to happen? You're going to fold and give up 35, 40 points in the postseason. I just don't trust Buffalo, man. I just don't. It's just something about this Buffalo team in that game against the Rams really showed it to me. And we're going to, like I said, they have a chance to redeem themselves and bounce back this week against the Detroit Lions, as we will see what they'll do. Again, I say it is going to be a good game. And y'all guys let me know if y'all want to hear a preview to that game or who I got winning. As you know, that's going to be a showdown right there. We could be looking at another offensive shootout type of game. Make no mistake about that as well. But one thing I'll make no mistake about it, Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, he's not going to let Josh Allen run around, just run up and down the field and just score easy points. I best believe he's going to have a spy on Allen all game long. Make no mistake about that. And Allen did. Allen had 6 total touchdowns. He had threw 3 touchdowns. He threw 3 passing touchdowns through the air and ran for 3. Had 10 carries, ran for 82 rushing yards. Completed 22 out of 37 of his pass attempts. I mean, the dude was all world. Threw for 342 passing yards. He gave you all he can do. Khalil Shakir stepped up, had over 100 yards receiving. But it's a team game, and the Bills just seem like when the moment going really gets tough, when you're really on their wave, when you're really on their wagon, and when you're really thinking they can really seal it to you, it's just like they just collapse, just poof. But that's going to wrap today's video, you guys. Y'all guys let me know what y'all want to hear next. And y'all guys let me know what y'all think about the NFC West and who will get in that, who will be in the playoff, who will win this division, the NFC West division between the Rams and the Seahawks by the time the season's over with. Y'all guys let me know also in the comment section down below, again, what y'all want to hear next. And y'all make sure to please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all guys already know, stay tuned. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I cannot do it without you guys. I need you guys' love and support. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next episode on Shooting for the Stars podcast with y'all's one and only host, Cameron Williams.